The leaders have urged the governors to abandon the drive and engage the president on issues affecting them, and they lauded the consultative meeting held at State House between the governors and the president, terming it as a step in the right direction that should have been taken a while ago to forestall the agitation for a referendum.
Ile mambo governors wetu wamefanya juzi, wakaenda kutafuta rais katika ikulu. Walipiga simu wakasema wanataka kuona rais. Alafu sisi tukaambia rais, kama wanataka kukuona, ongea nao. Those are part and parcel of the leadership that falls under your jurisdiction. So juzi wameenda wakaongea na rais. Sijui waliongea nini, sikukuwa hapo mimi. Lakini tunataka kuambia that is what they should have done long time ago. Uongozi chini ya katiba mpya ni uongozi wa kusikizana, majadiliano, sio mashindano, malumbano na mvutano.
Watu wengine wenye walikuwa wanasaidiwa ndio wapate ticket ya chama, saa hizi ndio wanatupatia lecture ati I am not a civil servant. I am not a civil servant. If he knew that he is independent minded, kama alijua yeye ni independent minded, if these governors walifikiria wao ni independent minded, kwa nini? Yeah, that's the question I'm asking. Kwa nini hawa kusimama kwa independent party? Why did they stand kwa URP?
And leaders and residents of Garissa and the Greater Northeastern region have threatened to stage demonstrations and boycott President Uhuru Kenyatta's Monday public baraza in the town in protest against the sudden closure of the Garissa passport office. About 400 pilgrims from the region destined to travel for Hajj and some 300 KDF and Sierra Leone AMISOM soldiers set for development in Somalia are among those who have been left in limbo following the suspension of services at the Garissa office. When journalists sought clarification from the Garissa Chief Immigration Officer Charles Kobia, they were told to contact the Director of Immigration, Major General Gordon.
Tunashangaa kwani kama mkubwa yuko, kwani hakuna dibiti ambaye anaweza hudumia wengine? Kama wameshindwa na kazi, tunasema waende wapi, warudi mahali walitoka, sababu kuna wale wako tayari kuhudumia watu wa Garissa. Ya pili, ukionekana wewe kama wewe ni jina yako ni Muislamu, unaambiwa weka kando. Wewe umepitia vetting yote mpaka NSIS, kila kitu umepitia, unaambiwa hapana, ngoja wacha tutume hii. Kwani unashangaa ndugu yangu, unaenda wapi? Kwani sisi hapana wa Kenya, sisi hatuna haki? Kuambiwa kwa nini inafungwa hii wakati tunajua ni wakati wa kwenda wapi, kwenda haji. From next week watu wanatakana kwenda. Sasa kama mzee ambaye ametoka all the way from Lagdera ama Ijara anakuja hapa Garissa, anaambiwa mzee hakuna kazi, sasa ataenda wapi ndugu yangu? Where will he go? Hawezi akaenda, time hakuna. Anajua hapa Garissa kuna immigration office, na saa hizi ikifika anaambiwa hakuna. Sasa ukienda pale uambiwi kwa nini wamefunga.
Watu wangu walikuwa wamelalamikia mimi zaidi, nikakuja kuandamana na hawa. Walikuwa wanangoja passport zao ambaye zikuwe tayari waende haji, na tumekuja kugundua hiyo ofisi imefungwa na hakuna notice yoyote imepeanwa, na hiyo kitu imetuudhi sana. Sisi tunaona kama tunadhulumiwa na tuna appeal kwa serikali ya Jubilee ambaye mimi ni mmoja wao. Nataka wachunguze hii maneno na watu watumikiwe, kwa sababu sahihi kwa watu wengi watawachwa nje, hawataenda haji, na hiyo itakuwa ni makosa kubwa sana.
Alarmed by the dwindling numbers of the elephant population at the Aberdares, the Elephant Neighbor Center has embarked on a 150-kilometer walk from Nyeri to Ndakaini that will be concluded on the 27th of this month. According to what they're saying, John Nyamu of the Elephant Neighbor Center says measures to encourage conservation, such as the intended walk, will hopefully sensitize members of the public to take part in the conservation exercise. Communities living around the Aberdares and Mount Kenya have been encouraged to report cases of human-wildlife conflict, as well as volunteer information on suspected poachers. The new Wildlife Act, according to Nyamu, will also play a major role in curbing poaching, as fines and penalties are now heavier than before.
They can now be able to know the new Wildlife Act, which is now the new one, which was given power and mandate this year, beginning of this year, 10th of January, that now if you are arrested with anything from the animal product, the fine now is 20 million or life in prison. We'll also be educating them on the new compensation rate that should an animal cause any damage to your farm or even destroy your, either your farm product or house, there is a compensation. We'll be marking by the end of this work, I'll have now clocked 4,500 kilometers walk since last year. And the reason why is because we as Kenyans, we really need to take a position as Kenyans. At the moment in this country, we are losing nearly 4 elephants per day. From a population of 167,000 elephants, we now have 26,400. And at the moment this year, we have lost close to over 150 elephants in this country, involving poaching, human-elephant conflict, and even problem animal control.
And in more news, over 200 elders in Teta Ward in Juja area of Kiambu County were given rations of relief food in attempts to mitigate effects of food shortage. The donation was made during the burial of an elderly woman who allegedly starved to death. The area has been hit by severe drought for the last 3 years, and there are reports that elderly are suffering more from the ravages of the drought. Farmers claim they have not harvested any crops for the past 6 seasons due to lack of enough rainfall.
Sisi mama wazee na wazee wetu na watoto wetu tunakona njaa sana. Miaka 3 sisi bado fata kitu wa shamba. Yeye akatukumbuka. Sisi nashukuru sana sana. Sauli sisi karibu tukuve na njaa na watu wengine wanakufa na njaa watu 3. Hii mlera Sauli ya njaa. Nashukuru sana. Sisi na masema ni asante. Na mtukumbuke siku ingine mtuletee chakula. Sisi hapana kufa na njaa.
From the elders now to children, medical personnel in Nakuru County have expressed their concern over the high number of minors in the region suffering from diarrhea. Reports say that 50% of the minors in the Naivasha sub-county referral hospital were diarrhea cases. According to the Naivasha sub-county medical officer in charge of health, Dr. Oren Ombiro, the cases were attributed to rotavirus, which accounted for 56% of diarrhea cases in Kenya. This emerged during the launch of the rotavirus vaccine at the sub-county hospital.
Naye mamia naangalia katoto yake.
We had a target of reducing our diarrhea cases last year by 20%, but we are not able to reduce it. We actually achieved about 190%, meaning we are about 100% above our expected target. So we still have a lot of diarrhea cases, and that's why this vaccine comes in handy.
Now, the Kenya Girl Guides Association intends to plant at least 5 million trees in the next 3 years to improve the country's ever-dwindling forest cover. Speaking during the Girl Guides annual meeting, the First Lady, Margaret Kenyatta, said that in addition to improving the environment, the association will also look to eradicate maternal mortality through education.
Let's change this whole picture of not few trees over here, but forest. And we used to have 11.5% forest. Today we got under less than 2.5%. That is not on. And I think as mothers and as your daughters, men you can always kick. They know when they come home, they always salute you. So let us make a change, availability, that every hand that we have got in this country is not sitting idle at home.
We believe as a ministry, we need also to address the issue of environment. That is why in the current financial year, Your Excellency, we are going to plant 500,000 trees. And do you know who is going to plant them? The Girl Guides. So it's no wonder we have raised the budget, the money that we have been giving them,
from 10 million shillings to 22.5 million shillings.
It is clear that the Kenya Girl Guides Association is able and willing to work productively with partners. However, we seek further support from our friends and partners for three main initiatives. First, for its guiding program, under which we hope to enroll 1 million girls. The second is the maternal health program, under which we'll join with other partners to contribute to the lowering of maternal mortality, principally by stressing education. And I need not tell you that this is a cause dear to my heart.
Great initiative there. Now, 200 boys and girls in Koilale, Narok County have been rescued in the past 1 year from Moranism and female genital mutilation. The rescue mission, dubbed Okoa Watoto, was conducted by 3 officers from the Koilale Administration Police Post. Some of the girls in the group were forced to undergo female genital mutilation and were about to be married off while the boys were taken out of school to practice Moranism. The initiative by the officers has been received with mixed reactions from parents of the Narok South, and while some parents are cooperative, there are those who are against the initiative.
Wakati tumepata ofisa ya serikali, sisi akaona mabadiliko sababu wakati unaona mtu kama anataka kutoa msichana kupatiana, tuko na watu wa kutumia kama serikali.
Kuna wale wanafunzi wametoa kwa Manyata wameniletea hapa, na nilipopata hiyo nguvu, hakuna mzazi anaweza tena kuja kuchukua mtoto kama huyu ambaye ameokolewa na Sergeant na chifu wa Koilale Gilesho. Kwa hivyo kwangu nimekuwa nikipata nguvu ya hiyo ofisi.
Tunapata charges ya transport. Tunapata charge. Yes, tuko na gari ambayo tunaweza tumia, lakini hatuna mafuta. Inabidi sisi wenyewe tukae chini tuchange kama maofisa ndio tuende tuokoe yule mtoto. Because kazi yetu moja kwanza ni ku save life and property. Na tukiwa tumesave yule mtoto asiumizwe kwa njia moja ama nyingine, tunafanya ile kazi ambayo tumeajiriwa na serikali.
Isiolo County became the 6th to benefit from clinics donated under the Beyond Zero campaign spearheaded by First Lady Margaret Kenyatta. The mobile clinic will be used as an outreach service in the Gabatula, Merti, Modagashe and Oldonyiro areas. The residents of this arid county are usually forced to travel long distances to access the few health facilities available. The First Lady also used this platform to call on the community to do away with outdated cultural practices such as the female genital mutilation and forced early marriages.
I am informed that the county government has in this financial year allocated substantial funds towards the provision of better health services. This is commendable, and I urge you to continue on this path. These funds will complement the free maternal health services already being offered in the government hospitals and provide resources to operationalize the fully kitted mobile clinic that I am here to deliver today.
You're watching KTN Weekend at 1. We'll now take a short break. International news and also some sport will be coming up shortly.